You're listening to the Hancock County Game of the Week on HancockCountySports.com.
Andrew Smith back at Mount Vernon High School, where we're tied at 1 between the Mount Vernon Marauders and the Southport Cardinals in this regional semifinal game. The Southport Cardinals will move from right to left as you envision this soccer field at Mount Vernon in your mind's eye. The Mount Vernon Marauders from left to right. As noted, there is not much wind blowing tonight. It is a little bit, what little wind is blowing is at the Cardinals' backs here in the second half. 52 degrees right now. Very chilly night here at Mount Vernon High School. Cardinals try to play it forward to Von Leyen as they start things here in the second half of play. It's played out of bounds by the Marauders. And Tong Mung, who's getting a start here in the second half, will throw it in. It's loose about 30 yards away onto the foot of Boy Poutine. Poutine sends one backwards and now back to Mung. He tries to get through a couple of Marauders, but cannot get past Shane DeWale, who plays it off of his foot. However, Gilpin tried to send it forward. It hit Mung's foot and ends up going long and played into the Southport end. It's intercepted there by Kanate. He's got time and space from the midfield stripe. Ahead to Kanzler at the 18. His through ball is intercepted very nicely by Jake Jurgen of Southport. They clear it back out to the midfield stripe. Mount Vernon sends it back in towards C.J. Coleman. He volleys it to himself, heads it forward to Kanzler 25 yards away. Over to Coleman with some space, dribbles past a Cardinal and is challenged beautifully by Alfredo Virgin, who slide tackles him 15 yards away. Dangerous play by Virgin, but if he doesn't make that play, Coleman for certain has a tremendous scoring opportunity. Marauders end up playing the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Southport. Great play there by Virgin to slide tackle very cleanly C.J. Coleman about 15 yards away in the box. Off the 50-50 ball, it's headed forward by Justice of Mount Vernon. Kyle Kanzler is briefly able to win the ball, but then it is played by Boy Poutine. Southport playing it long toward the 18. Corbin Hartley will let it roll into the box with Von Leyen all over him. And Hartley will just gobble it up and punt it back out to midfield. We shouldn't say to midfield with Hartley. He punts it into the offensive third most of the time. Actually won his team a corner kick, and his punt set up Mount Vernon's goal as well. It is played into the offensive third. Southport plays it out up the left touchline. Marauders have a pass intercepted by Tong Mung at midfield. There, Gilpin tries to take it away and backheel it to himself, but it's taken away there by the Cardinals. They try to play it up the right touchline to Tovar, but it's taken by Mount Vernon. Sent long, headed out of bounds. Midfield throw in for the Marauders left side. Throw in for Kanzler is a little too far, however, and the Cardinals will try to play it the other way. The offside flag, however, is up, way up, as they tried to send a long ball over on the far side. Looked like Leon Comm was the intended target, but as that long ball was played, Von Leyen, 30 yards away, was 3 steps behind the last defender. So offside is called on Southport. We've played nearly 3 minutes of the second half, tied at 1-1. Glad you've joined us here at HancockCountySports.com. Hartley takes the free kick. It is headed back out to the midfield stripe by Southport off the 50-50 ball. Foul is going to be called on Southport as a couple of bodies got tangled up going for that loose ball. I believe an obstruction foul is going to be called on the Cardinals and so Mount Vernon will take a free kick left side, right at the midfield stripe. Looks like Nathan Weiler is going to do the honors here for the Marauders. He's going to serve the box from midfield, headed down by the Cardinals. It's loose and going to be cleared out of the box by Virgin. And heading out of Mung, who's, as noted, played very well since coming off the bench. Now here's Von Sway. Von Sway loses the ball briefly. It's hitting a couple of feet before it's settled down by Muhammad Kanate. On the ground, tries to send it forward to Kanzler, but as Kanzler tries to make a turn, he is just grabbed by Alfredo Virgin and goes down. And the foul is called, I believe, on the Marauders. I guess he and Virgin had, actually, the foul is going to be called behind the play. Cole Justice is pleading his case while the Cardinals take the free kick. They're going to send it long for Von Leyen. Leyen at the 18, challenged by Pruitt. Leyen slips it ahead. Here's a shot from the 18 by Boy Poutine, and coming off his line to bat it down is Corbin Hartley. It was going to go wide, but Poutine had a nice look at it from 18 yards away. Here come the Marauders the other way. Working up the left touchline for Gilpin. Gilpin stops at the corner of the box, dribbles laterally, cannot challenge or cannot beat off a challenge from Southport, and Von Sweelian takes it away. They'll send one along again, try to get into a foot race. Hartley is way out of the box. He's going to let the ball roll into the box with Von Leon on him. And that ball's right at the sideline of the box as Hartley picked it up. Dangerous area there. His punt bounces way up in the air. C.J. Coleman tries to win it in the air, but Clevenger does instead for Southport. His pass was a little bit too far, however, and Gilpin just skies it toward the box where Virgin was on the ball and fell down, but fortunately for the Cardinals, he was still able to play it forward. They get it to Tovar. Overlapping ball in the corner for Von Leon. Leon, left corner. Beats one challenge. Dribbles into the box. Lateral pass to the 18. Goes past Von Sweelian. Now to Hmong at the 18. Tried to chip one through with very little space and was unable to do so. The Marauders clear it back out to the midfield circle. On the ball now is Jake Jurgen for Southport on the midfield stripe. It hits two bodies as it was tipped forward by Boy Poutine to Tovar. Tovar dribbles to the 18. Takes a shot blocked by the Marauders. Still loose in the box and now cleared by Mount Vernon. Kyle Kanzler will head it down laterally over on the near side for Kyle Pruitt, who tries to send one forward through to Muhammad Kanate, intercepted by Boyd Poutine of Southport. Poutine, give and go with Tovar, now an overlap to the left side for Von Leon. Leon dribbles into the corner of the box. Leon dribbling laterally on the goal line, crosses, they score! Von Leon works the left side, and then hit a perfect pass in the middle to Von Sweelian, who scores, and it's 2-1, Southport leading here with 34:03 to go in the second half. Time of the goal, 45 minutes and 57 seconds. Von Sweelian, his third goal of the year, assisted by Von Leon at 45:57. A beautiful pass as he dribbled up to the left touch line, or dribbled up the goal line left side. Both of Southport's goals have been scored like that. Fed a very short cross, and then just running onto it and timing his run perfectly was Von Sweelian, who scored his third of the year, and it makes it a 2-1 game. Here is Southport again, working it into the middle, and it's played out of there by Mount Vernon, cleared to center. Southport's had a little bit of a territorial advantage the last few minutes of the first half, and definitely the first 7 minutes here of the second half. Here's the Cardinals trying to play one up the touchline, but it was misplayed a little bit by Tong Munk, so Marauders will throw it in. It is skied forward there by Southport, headed down, back to the back line where Ryan Woods of Mount Vernon sends it forward. Into the center circle, Southport wins the loose ball, and Munk sends it forward to Tovar. Tovar, 35 yards away, dribbles past a couple of Marauders as he goes over to the right side. Now over to Von Sweelian. Leon's going to try to dribble to the end line, but he's cut off there very, very nicely by Weiler of Mount Vernon, and then Leon plays it out of bounds as Weiler tried to make a turn on him, so the Marauders will throw it in from deep in their defensive corner. Marauders, for the first time in this tournament, trail. It's 2-1 Southport on a goal at the 45:57 mark by Von Sweelian. And now here's a player going down for Southport in the box. That's Tovar, but no call is made as he just lost his footing. Marauders clear it out to center. Here's C.J. Coleman with some space. One touch forward to Kanate, 40 yards away. Kanate is going to look to make a turn, work it over to the left touch line. He's being marked very heavily by the Cardinals, so he'll play one backwards to his midfield. DeWale over to Kanate, left touch line, right at the midfield stripe. Kanate looks right to the middle where Justice traps it down 35 yards away. Justice will continue switching fields here over to the right side. Tried to get it to Powell, but it's played forward by Southport. Now Pruitt with it. Kyle Pruitt unable to settle it down, however, as he was trying to dribble it forward. It's going to go out of bounds. The Cardinals will throw it in. Jake Jurgen does the honors, but it's taken away, volleyed very nicely there off the strip, and then the volley by Matt Powell. But as he tries to send it forward to C.J. Coleman, 35 yards away, the Cardinals intercept. 50-50 ball. Coleman does a nice job of boxing his man out, but as he turns it forward, Jurgen plays it out for Southport. Here they come on a counter rush. Von Leon dribbling the left side. Leon has it taken off of his foot by Matt Powell, who took an inside line. Those two now still going at it really hard over on the far side. They're going to say Leon was the more aggressive of the two parties as Powell cut him off, and then he and Von Leon were just going at it, trying to get position. Leon to make a cross, Powell to make a clear, and eventually our center official says Mr. Leon was a little too aggressive. That's the fifth foul of the game on Southport. Corbin Hartley will take the free kick from deep in his defensive third. Headed forward by C.J. Coleman, but right to the feet of Efren Tovar of Southport. Tovar's pass goes through Justice's feet. Over now to Rowland. Rowe over to Boy Poutine, right side. Here come the Cardinals. Tovar to Poutine. Backwards now. They'll take a long shot, and it's going to be actually served into the box, looking for Von Leon, but it's played out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in, or actually it's going to be a goal kick as the ball goes out of bounds over the end line. Last touch by the Cardinals. 30 minutes, 40 seconds to go, second half. Southport leads it 2-1. Off the goal kick, it was on the ground, won by Kanate. Sends one forward up the left side for Gilpin. Cleared out back to midfield by Southport. Kanate heads it, trying to run onto it himself 30 yards away. C.J. Coleman gets to it. Coleman through ball to Kanate in the box. He shoots. He scores! C.J. Coleman won the ball at the 18 and just slipped it through to Mohamed Kanate, who was able to get past two Cardinals and score his 24th goal of the season as he looked far post, put it on the ground, past Bernhard. The Marauders have tied it at 2-2. Time of the goal, 49 minutes and 42 seconds. Kanate's second of the night, his 24th of the season, assisted by C.J. Coleman. And now it's a new game again. It's tied at 2 with 30:18 to go in our second half. Off the kickoff, Southport will try to send it forward. Here's Boy Poutine, works the left side, over to Juergen, working the midfield stripe. Juergen tries to beat Matt Powell, is able to, but as he was going out of bounds, he was unable to keep the ball in, and so it's going to be a throw-in for Mount Vernon, defensive side of midfield. We've played 10 minutes of the second half. Each team has scored once in each half. Mohamed Kanate with 2 goals for Mount Vernon. He has just tied it up. Here's C.J. Coleman heading a 50-50 ball down forward to about 20 yards away, but it's cleared back out of there by the Cardinals. Von Sweeland tries to send a through ball over to Rowland on the far side. It's intercepted by Mount Vernon. Southport plays it back in. Ryan Woods intercepts, works the left touch line. Woods to Kanate, poked off of his foot nicely. Here come the Cardinals the other way. Rowland up the touch line to Von Sweeland. Von Swee loses the ball, and Mount Vernon will clear again. Into the defensive line for Southport. Mitchell Harris tried to settle it down and goes out of bounds. Marauders trying to get onto the attack quickly. They throw it into Kanzler, who's submarined. Kanzler is submarined. They're going to call a foul on Kyle Kanzler. Kanzler was off the throw-in. He was submarined, and the foul was called on Kanzler. I'm not sure if they called an obstruction or what. Mount Vernon is somewhat vehemently protesting the call, and now the official changes the call. So the foul is going to be called on Southport. Now Mount Vernon's going to get a free kick. Well, that is the correct call. Kanzler's going to take the free kick. It is about a yard off the left touch line, about 30 yards away. One-man wall set up. Here is a cross to the middle, headed into the goal! Josiah Noska scores for the Marauders off a beautiful cross from Kyle Kanzler. The Marauders lead it 3-2. That turns out to be a huge turn of events as Noska scores off of a cross from Kanzler for Noska. That is his third goal of the season. And just like that, the Marauders with 2 goals in less than 2 minutes have turned a 2-1 deficit into a 3-2 lead. And that comes right after a foul was signaled on Mount Vernon. Kanzler was submarined over on the far side. Originally, the foul was whistled on Mount Vernon, but then the official pointed Southport's way. Kanzler took the free kick, served it right to the near post, right at the goal mouth, and Josiah Noska heads it in. 3-2 Mount Vernon, 28:35 to go in our soccer game.